the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Right, today is October 11th. Oh, not October. November 1st. November 1st, 2021, and it's 3:50 a.m. This is video number 2 of today, and this is the last prayer that I did in video 1. Alright, you're gonna see both of these in separate days. Alright, so let's go on Twitter and continue, because this part is a little bit more, I think, political. I don't know, I forgot some of the tweet that I put, but I see myself labeling them a little bit different. Alright, let's see here. Dear fellow Americans, I never thought I'd write a letter like this, but we're living in a very different time. This is my cry for help. My name is, okay, I'll blur his name. I don't know. Okay, and as a non-violent participant at the January 6th rally, I spent the last 9 months detained. Okay, as a political prisoner and Pod C2B and the DC DOC, otherwise known as DC Gitmo. Okay, the condition here for January 6ers have been inhumane. In fact, some inmates are even begging to be transferred to Guantanamo Bay, where even they have more acceptable standard. Okay, class action lawsuits are being filed against this prison, and even the ACLU has gotten involved. Senators Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene have since attempted to get access to this facility and inspect the condition of the jail, only to be denied. What is it? All I'm thinking, those kids that were put in gates in the south, you know, the borders and stuff like that, separate them from their parents and all of this. This is with, But let me read this. But you shouldn't be over there in January 6th. Okay, the vile filth of what has become our daily life is being illegally hidden from the members of our own Congress. So let me tell you about what me and many other January 6ers have been experiencing in DC Gitmo. It is my hope that with media exposure, you shouldn't be there. That will make you think twice before you do something like that again. Okay, and the awareness of the American public that something may be done and this never happened to anyone ever again. Don't do what you did in January 6th. Okay, our condition. Okay, for the first 120 days in DC's Gitmo, January 6ers experienced daily lockdowns for 23 to 24 hours before being allowed to leave our small 120 square feet cell. Alright, the physical and mental anguish that result from this kind of severe isolation has caused many people to go on a rapid mental decline. I mean, you guys had it so well on the outside, but you think you need to take down the government. Okay, as a result, a large percentage of us are heavily medicated with anti-anxiety, antidepressant drugs, which help to cope with the psychological and mental abuse we endure. Many times, the little wreck we do receive is stripped away if our cell isn't up to the standard of the guard on duty. This changes from day to day. January 6ers have lost rec time. I mean, why do you think jail wasn't supposed to be wasn't supposed to be a vacation? Is a way to deter you, but you guys have used this kind of system on so many innocent other people. A lot of African Americans have been in this situation for decades when they were wrongly convicted. The African American, black and brown have been telling you guys the system is wrong, but for you, because it wasn't for you, it wasn't you who was in that position, you were okay with it. Alright, but now you in it is a different story. Alright, this changes from day to day. January 6ers have lost work time and and out of cell activity anytime news interviews about. Okay, the jail are aired on TV. People speak up about our condition or violence or help in our name. We'll probably have a lockdown upon the publishing of this letter. So I have already warned those I know in advance. So you must be behind. Okay, so at least you have access to the computer. So there you are on Twitter putting this up. Okay, masks are weaponized. Okay, and used against us, even though we never leave the facility. Officers have walked in with the sole intention of needing to write 20 to 30 disciplinary reports against the January 6ers, which adversely affect our chances of release and causes loss of privileges, phone time. Okay, what? Phone time and commissary. Masks needed to be covering both the nose and mouth at all time, or we are threatened and locked down in our cells. January 6ers are always respectful to the employees around us, but COs maintain the need to invert reasons for discipline. Privileges, legal documents have been confiscated and gone missing from various cells, and highly sensitive discoveries, video evidence under attorney-client privileges is watched by employees during our legal calls. I mean, they're doing what they're supposed to do. I'm surprised you even have those kind of things. Okay, even to have the time to write this. Okay, Jordan, for example, had all discovery taken by ERT officers on August 23rd, despite the objection of his attorney. Okay, attorney is not the judge. Why they handcuff him, search his room, and then proceed to take all video evidence in his possession. Okay, they don't know if you're sneaking stuff into into jail. I don't know. Anyway, I never been in jail, and knock on wood, to never or any of my family in jail. But these things, I'm surprised you even have all of this. What did you expect? Okay. Additionally, legal visits take 2 to 3 weeks or more to be scheduled, leaving little time to discuss our defense and prepare for trial. The extreme medical neglect. Why? There's 13 comment under this. And this facility has caused a variety of adverse illnesses and disease. Some show signs of scurvy and some even have COVID-like symptoms, but medical personnel have refused to treat us. I think they're supposed to be treat us. I don't know if this is true though, because even when you're in jail, they're supposed to treat you. Christopher, for example, is an inmate with cancer who also broke his hand. And I mean, if you had cancer, what the hell were you doing in January 6th? Maybe the medical he's receiving right now probably more than he got outside, unless if he, he was working in a high-paying job or something to have insurance. But anyway, let me continue. Prison and requires surgery. Both have been completely ignored. Federal judge got to the point where on October 12th he filed contempt of court charges against the warden of the DC DOC, claiming that civil rights have been violated and demanding the U.S. Attorney General inquiry further about his and other possible violation. Another inmate waited for 4 months to receive his CPAP, I don't know what these abbreviations stand for, breathing machine, and has needed a MRI since spring, okay, which has also been ignored by staff. The harsh, unlivable condition. Okay, and how long is this? I didn't know it was that long. Oh shit, it's a long thread. Oh god damn. Alright, I missed it. Okay, Jordan Mang, for example. Okay, various cell, a highly sensitive discovery video. Okay, I read that. The facility has caused variety of adverse illnesses. I read that. Prison and inquiry surgery. Okay, Christopher Warren, example, cancer. I read that. Okay, waiting 4 months. Okay, I just read that. Okay. The harsh, unlivable condition of our unit has caused health hazard and defied Department of Health regulation, and on the least 5 occasions raw sewage has overflown our unit, causing human fecal matter to flood the floor and rooms. That's also in addition to the mold on cell wall, as well as the rusty pipe and dirty water that flows from these sinks. White rags turn brown when exposed to the water from our faucet. We are undergoing severe nutritional deficiencies and starvation. For breakfast this morning, oh my god, how did you expect? You think that was a 5-star hotel or something? Okay, receive a tray of flavorless paste, 2 slices of bread, okay, and a slice of bologna. Bologna lunch usually consists of rice and beans, but will get cold chicken. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at this, but is he supposed to get like a 5-star hotel? Okay, at least he's getting food though. Okay, but we'll get cold chicken, beef patties if we are lucky. For dinner, we are sometimes fed a diet of cheese sandwich and bologna and cheese 4 to 5 times per week. Without commissary, people like myself are, right, forced to starve. Okay, well, at least they're giving you food. Okay, I suffer from headache and nausea on an almost regular basis from the malnutrition, but you forcing yourself. Okay, you force yourself to starve, so it's not. That's how sometimes when I don't eat, all right, when I don't eat on time, I get headache. So all I have to do is eat. Okay, regular basis from the malnutrition and constant hunger I am subject to. I have lost almost 15 pounds since I've been detained. Our right to personal hygiene are also totally neglected. Razor are prohibited. What was it? There was a video I came across where African American, what is it? There was something when she was supposed to show on court, she didn't have something. What was it? There was something she didn't have, and then the judge had to call the warden why this woman didn't have something. Was it some sort of personal hygiene or something like that? I forgot what it was, but she didn't have it to come to court, and the judge had to call the warden and ask some question why certain things were not provided and all of that. All right. So, all right, let's see here. And she was African American. By then, at that time, it wasn't anybody's problem. All right. We have seen so many problems before. A lot of African American have been saying, and not only that, many of these people who are being put in the jail, okay, African American, I'm talking, black and brown people, American, when they put them in jail, usually for minor stuff. All right, January 6th wasn't minor. It was a huge deal, by the way. I see a lot of people are brushing it off. It was a huge deal. That was our democracy. My voice would have been subjected to nonsense. Okay? So, yeah, people ignore them. But now you in it. Now maybe there's something you should do about it if you do get out. Alright, inmates are forced to either go unshaved and go long beard or use a razor-free cream and burn or irritate the skin, but many other jails have allowed the use of razor without incident. Haircut are also prohibited from unvaccinated inmates. Okay, for me, it's been nearly 9 months. I look virtually unrecognizable, and the condition I'm in, I fear even my family will not recognize me. Contact with the outside world, from legal visit to seeing loved one, is highly restricted after in-person visit, legal or otherwise. Oh my God, that was a long thread. Okay, we are forced to undergo humiliating strip search despite all visitors being thoroughly checked for contraband. If it's a legal visit, we are placed in a 14-day quarantine with no out of cell time, even if your attorney is vaccinated and test negative for COVID. Visit with friends or family members for unvaccinated inmates are never allowed. Okay, as a result, many people have skipped critical meeting with their counsel and never get an opportunity to see friend or family. Video visitation, while available to the rest of the jail, is. I mean, if you could go on Twitter and type this, I'm sure you could, I don't know, DM your attorney, I guess, I don't know. Restricted in the January 6th pod. Mail is delayed for months, and phone calls are limited to a maximum of pre-approved 12 numbers. Okay, if there's anyone else in our extended family or otherwise we like to call, we're pretty much out of luck. Okay, religious services protected by the First Amendment are not provided to January 6ers, neither in-person classes or other activities available to the rest of the jail. Inmate named Ryan, okay, whatever, instead attempted to organize his own Bible study inside the pod until he was viciously bitten and not bite, okay, like they beat him down, okay, bitten and left for dead by correctional officers. Are you sure about that? He suffered a broken eye socket and brain damage as a result of the vicious attack. He now permanently blind in one eye. On another occasion, was confronted by an officer in the middle of the night. That sounds like a movie to me. And his life was threatened. Once the officer's body cam was disabled, many like myself are afraid they could be the next victim. And last but not least, we experience racism from many guards on a daily basis, being the only white Republican in the entire jail. Are you sure about that? If the area you are in is how do you call this, is for January 6th, I don't think you are the only white Republican in there. Okay, the false narrative has been passed around the jail and to correction officers that we are white supremacists. We are not. The inmate population is predominantly black. So okay, so you see what a lot of them are going through. So we are at risk being here because of the false narrative. The guards are mostly liberal. Okay, what that has to do with this? Okay, it's just people working. What's this has to do with who's working in there? How do you know this is who they are? Okay, migrant from Africa who have been conditioned to hate us. What? What the hell is this? And hate America. January 6ers have been mocked, bitten. This is just nonsense now. Alright, bitten by God for singing the national. What? Singing the national anthem. This is pure nonsense now. This is laughable. The correction officers despise our politics and the love we have for this country at one point. Now this is BS. Okay, an officer even yelled, F America. What? Is he another country where he's in jail? I don't believe this part. And threatened to lock us down for a week if we attempt to sing the national anthem again. The truth about my story. Finally, I feel like I should touch briefly on the government and prosecutors portrayal of who I am as a person. Okay. Oh my God. No, I'm not a terrorist, extremist, or any other names. I've been called by the government more than anything. Okay, what was January 6th then? I'm a red-blooded patriot and I love this country more than anything. I'm being unfairly prosecuted and definitely overcharged. I never assaulted anyone. All right, let's see here. Now this is the comment. I had to read his thread because I want to read some of the comment here, and the comments are even long. All right, so let's see here. Okay, everyone should read this letter and its entirely. We are in the US and this shit is not supposed to happen here. All right, let me see here. All right. This person, no coups, all right, which is January 6th. It was a coup, all right, to dethrone the government. Okay, the fact that you're stuck on the fact you disagree with these people politically. What the coup? Okay, how? Why? What is a coup? What was going on in January 6th? To overturn the election. I went and voted to overturn a lot of other people's voice. My goodness. Okay, this is getting good now. The fact, the fact that you're stuck on the fact you disagree with these people politically and are therefore okay with the treatment they received speak volume about your character. But now this is him. Okay, a lot of African Americans have been saying these things a very long time ago, but nobody was listening. So why is it matter now? All right, let's see. The fact that you're not stuck on any fact speaks volume about your character. Bludgeoning cops with flagpoles, torturing LE officers, building gallows, and attempt to hang a VP, kill Congress members is not a protest or free speech. It is a felony, assault, attempt murder. Grow the F up. All right, let's see. Let me go into this. There's 180. I'm not going to go to that. No, a coup. 4 of this is here. Let's go here. Oh my God, arrest 128-21. He keeps pleading not guilty, so they just leave him in there. This is correction of the highest order. Plead guilty to any felony charge and we let you out, otherwise you stay. There is no way this is legal, absolutely no way. Hey, this is how they make their money with the black people. If you think you didn't do anything, so keep doing that. Let's see here. Oh my God, this I thought. Okay, it is cruel and unusual punishment for citizens who have not been convicted on anything. All right, so bring light to some of the things African American have been facing. All right, this is it. All right, or they have to get bond, put their house if they have a house until things. Okay. LOL, you upset, it's white person. Those happen. There it is here. 2% of color daily. Okay, there it is. Okay. There's a Kefla border. Okay. There's so many, because many of the things that happen, they so locally, you're not hearing them on the media. Okay, if people know about it, they know there will be marches and stuff like that. All right, so it happened to a lot of people. Okay, that's effed up, but that's old news as well, which doesn't justify it. With it occurring daily, I was hoping for something more recent than a decade ago. Okay, I'm sure we can find quite a few. All right, treat worse than inmate, black woman. All right, thousands of women unable to afford bail. Okay, languish in U.S. jail for months without a conviction. Just get one from this year at least. I mean, what do you want? Okay, I've never been in there, but there's a lot. You hear it all the time. Jeez, now it's him. It's a different story. Oh, okay, I lost the thing here. All right, so let's go to the next one. All right, because this one is already 22 minutes. That was the first one. All right, next tweet. Breaking: President Biden is at the G20 and his daughter is not awkwardly inserting herself into a convo with world leaders. This tweet was kind of funny. Okay, but has he pushed any world leaders aside to get to the buffet line first? There's this. My goodness, that was so embarrassing. My God, what the? Each time I look at this, okay, no, world leaders laughing and talking about him. Cough video. There's this. Okay, these are other video. You mean like this? Okay, French government posted video of Ivanka Trump video. Okay, these are things you could find. So embarrassing. Oh, I forgot. They don't have that feeling. All right, memories. Let's see this one. When you did your doctorate in physical chemistry and have been the facto leader of Europe for 14 years, but you had to be polite to a handbag designer who thinks she's your contemporary. My goodness, look at her. She's looking. Shh, these people have no shame. All right, her expression is priceless. This is where you're trying to be polite. You're trying to be polite. My goodness, it's pretty much to get a scoop of what is being talked about. Hey, you mean like this? Oh my God, that is so freaking embarrassing. That is so freaking embarrassing. Wow. Let's see here. What? Was she there too? Are you kidding me? Probably won't answer herself an official G20 photo either. Really? You see, when he was in office, I try not to follow any of his nonsense because these things get me upset. Okay, God, it was so embarrassing watching her trying to be relevant. Okay, it's just not the G20 if you don't bring your handbag designer daughter. Okay, she didn't even design anything, just slap her name on it like the rest of her family. Where's Hunter? All right, there's this. All right, we saw that. There's one flower that should have never been let out of the attack. Okay, let's see here. That's that, and we didn't see any giant balloon, Joe. Do you know how shitty a leader you have to be protested by a country you're not even in charge of? Okay, let me move on. Okay, so I saw this. There was more to it. This is the one. Meanwhile, in the US, what is that? Okay, I move on her like, oh my God. When you start, you could just read it. But this is the one here. They start photoshopping her in many places. Oh my God. Oh, some of these pictures might be graphic. I might have to blur some of them out. All right, this is fine. Yeah, this I have to blur some part out. Okay, OMG, bizarre Forrest Gump. All right, next tweet. Let's see here. Prince Charles, the notorious climate change hypocrite, take his private jet to Italy and then to COP26 in Glasgow to lecture us all on what we need to change to save the planet. Evidently, not the world. We. All right, breaking news. It has now been confirmed. Prince Charles will take a private jet to Rome to take part of the G20 conference before returning via private jet to the COP26 summit in Glasgow. He is said to be very concerned at the lack of progress. This is laughable. Just laughable. All right, so I saw this. There's no comment. All right, go Meghan. What is this? This probably should have been in other places. Go Meghan, just because you lose one battle, it doesn't mean the fight is over. Thus, like her, we need to be persistent and consistent. Okay, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, emailed Senator Murray and Gilligan to thank them for pushing for paid family leave and to urge them to keep fighting, according to officials on both Senate offices. Okay, it wasn't Meghan's battle to lose. The battle belongs to every parent in America. Sadly, too many parents don't believe their voices matter, so they sit quietly while others fight. I pray they take the time to vote on November 2nd and remember those who voted no. Alright, by you, I'm referring to all of us. Alright, if they put this out along with the other much needed program and keep programs that aren't needed but help big businesses, I'm taking up this fight. It's personal. I mean, this thing been going on for a very long time. This should have been, but anyway, so that's all I have. I see I have my notification, 13 of them. What is it? These are probably things I didn't share with you yet, but let's see. Okay, KP's dream. Okay, let's see that one. Okay, the Duchess of Sussex said it best. All right, so that's a good one to share.
You know, it's interesting because they're not separate conversations. And I think the idea of feminism and whatever stigmatization is surrounded just in that word in and of itself, to Annie's point, making it global feminism changes that conversation immediately. But for men to understand they can be feminists as well. I mean, I think when we talk about gender stereotypes shifting, what it means to be masculine, what it means to be feminine, you know, I've said for a long time, you can be feminine and a feminist. You can be masculine, and I think in terms of masculinity, you understand that your strength includes knowing your vulnerabilities, and your sense of self and security, your confidence, comes in knowing that a woman by your side, not behind you, is actually something that you shouldn't be threatened about, but as opposed to that, you should feel really empowered in having that additional support, that this is really about us working together. That's what gender equality means for me, and having men part of that conversation to say, there's nothing threatening about a woman coming up to the same level. It's our safety in numbers. This is our power and our strength as a team.
That just remind me of them walking into the UN. This pretty much explained what she was doing when she walked into the UN with Harry and Mandana. All right, this is my response to that, and it has 29 likes and 1 retweet. KP's dreams and hopes was just shattered from this day forward, laughing my ass off. Another word, Meghan was like, quote, don't expect me to be behind you while you're driving a clown car and expect me to follow you and do as you tell me. That's my interpretation of that. All right, let's see. What else? No one, I'm glad I came to the thing here. Okay, welcome, well of praises. I think I covered this in my video 1 when they opened the Australia. I was so disappointed at how bad their coffee was. Okay, so that's about the coffees and video 1, I believe. Okay, laughing my ass. Another word, Meghan. Okay, so that's what I just read. You never know. Okay, I think I covered this, so I believe. Alright, so let's cover this. It was in video 1. Okay, this person is the Queen's cousin. Alright, I read this in video 1 and this is my response. You never know. It's not all geniuses of common sense over there anyways, but geniuses of manipulation. So, I believe. 5 people like it. Let's see here. There's this, hopes and dreams. Okay, so it's more of the same thing. Alright, so let's do a prayer. Alright. Prayer for prosperity with strength and prosperity. What should we do here? Prayer for good leaders. All right, for good leaders, because there's gonna be a election tomorrow. Prayer for good leaders. Okay, leadership. I was thinking of leaders, so I'm sticking with that. Good leaders. Let's pick that. This one popped up in my. Right, let's see here. I sought to inspire confidence, but the crowd responded, quote, why should I trust you, end quote. I posture and I assume that look of leadership with, what is that? Countering, okay, I can't see the rest of this word, that flows with confidence and pride, but many passed me by and never noticed my air of elegance. All right, let's see something else. Let's do this one. Alright, so dear God, you have given us the perfect example of leadership in your Son Jesus Christ. I pray for every husband around the world that claims the name of your Son as their Savior, that they will begin to stand up and lead their families like Christ led his bride, in humility, wisdom, and strength. In Jesus' name, amen. Alright, let's do another leadership prayer. A prayer for our leaders. Let's do this one instead. Prayer for good luck, public health crisis. All right, let's see here. Dear God, no sickness or disease can exist in your presence. You heal by your very word. Alas, a grave illness have broken out upon the earth. It is causing great chaos among the nations as governments and leaders attempt to slow its spread. Lord, I pray for good luck amid this public health crisis. Shield my family and friends from the scourge of this disease. Give us wisdom and good fortune to be at the right place at the right time, for only you have the power to provide an answer to this sickness. Grant this to your servant, Lord. Amen. That's not what I was thinking. More leaders in terms of government. Okay, prayers for good leaders in our government, I guess, in our government. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see if I could find something. Pray for government leaders. I want, as we vote, to get a good leader. Okay, I urge then, first of all, that petition, prayers, intercession, and thanksgiving be made for all people, for kings and all those in authority, that we may live peacefully and quiet life in all godliness and holiness. This is good and pleases God our Savior, who wants all people to be saved and to come to acknowledge the truth. 1 Timothy 2, 1-4. Let's do one more. I think I'm in the right thing here. All right, dear God, you have given us the perfect example of leadership in your Son. Okay, I just read this. All right, I think I should stop now because I can find. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to help support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description and you could donate. And thank you to those who have already donated. Okay, thanks for watching.